I know that might be mean. Hello, my chat partners. Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Dion. Please subscribe to my channel. And to my returning chat partners, I really appreciate you guys' support. So guys, today's video is going to be a chat session on Life After Lockup, Season 3, Episode 12. And if I'm not mistaken, guys, I think it said it was the season finale or mid-season finale or something like that. And today's drink of choice, guys, for this chat session, whew, I got some wine in there, but you know what? I think I'm going to drink that tonight because I really wanted to pour me a little glass and drink it with this while I do this chat session, but I was like, nah, I don't want to waste my wine because I want to enjoy it. But anywho, so today's drink of choice is apple juice and some water. So guys, let's get started with this chat session. Life After Lockup Season 3 Episode 12 starts off with Andrea and Lamar. It's the day of Priscilla's baptism, and Tennyson and Lamar are outside and they're getting the pool together. They're trying to blow the pool up so Priscilla can be baptized in. Lamar said he can't believe he allowed Andrea to talk him into letting Priscilla get baptized in the backyard. He said it's wires and stuff hanging all around. Lamar doesn't feel that Priscilla should be raised Mormon, but that's all she knows. Lamar tells Tennyson that he has to go to the bathroom. Lamar goes in the house and Tennyson goes behind him. Now, all the while that they in the house and Lamar using the bathroom, he left the pool on. The pool is still being pumped up. As the pool getting pumped up, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Next thing you know, it like tilts over. And when it tilts over, it pops. It has like a little hole in it. So Lamar, when he come outside, he see the pool all messed up. So he calls Andrea and tells her that the pool. Next thing you know, Andrea come outside. And when she come outside, she running her mouth saying, how can you let this happen? You did this on purpose. Andrea tells Lamar that if Priscilla doesn't get baptized, that she's going to hell and it's going to be his fault. Andrea tells Lamar that if Priscilla doesn't get baptized on this particular day, that she moving back to Utah. I was like, Andrea, like, do you really think this man is going to sit up here and spend money on a pool? For one, I think the pools that you blow up cost a little bit of change. I don't think they cheap. So you really think he going to do all this work, blow the pool up and put a hole in it just to disrupt the baptism? I don't see Lamar doing anything like that. I think if anything, he wouldn't have even bought the pool. I see Lamar trying to get things set up in the yard. He's doing all his work. I really don't see Andrea doing anything but running her mouth. And I'm like, that's something for her to say. If Priscilla doesn't get baptized, she going to hell. You know what? Pull Lamar, that's all I'm gonna say. Pull Lamar. The next scene goes to Lacy and Shane. Lacy and Shane are at the doctor's office. And Lacy's at the doctor, you know, she's trying to see like how far along she is and she wants to know how many babies she has. Shane said in his one-on-one that coming up as a child, he had a rough past. He basically didn't grow up around his blood. And he was saying the thought of him being a father makes him happy. He was saying that's why he wants a child so bad. And, you know, my heart went out to Shane when he was talking about as far as his growing up and about his mom being on drugs and his dad being in prison and how he's been lonely. And, you know, he wants a child. You know, I felt kind of bad for him. I also felt bad for him because he's doing this with Lacy, because I really don't think Lacy deserves Shane, but that's just my opinion. The next scene goes to Britney. That's a shame, y'all. I can't even read my own handwriting. I got an ugly handwriting. I know this. And I'm sitting up here trying to read my own handwriting. I'm like, what did I write right here? Child. When your handwriting terrible, you can't even read your own handwriting. Hold on, let me get my notes and my thoughts together. Because I kind of remember some of it, but I like to take notes just so it can help me out a little bit. So I'm going to just go out the dome with it. So like I was saying, when it comes to Britney, Britney and her sister was at the mom's apartment. They still fussing at the mom, you know, about how she stole the sister money, how she hid, just going on and on and on with their mom. And Britney said in her one-on-one that she used to do anything to get high. And she said that she had to hit rock bottom in order for her to realize that she needed to change her life. And Britney said that her mom has been destructive her whole life. She basically destroyed her family. She's just been abusive to the people in her family and to everybody that loves her. They started crying and she was just saying, like in her one-on-one, that she always wanted her mom to believe in her. She wanted her mom to spend time with her and just be there for her. And she said she feels her mom will never change and she feels she will never have that relationship that she always wanted with her mom. And guys, to be honest with you, to be totally 100% honest with you guys, when Britney was sitting up there on her one-on-one crying, I didn't feel sorry for her. And I know that might be mean. I just didn't feel sorry for Britney, baby. I don't know why I didn't feel sorry for that lady. Okay, yeah, Britney struggled with drugs, and she said she had to hit rock bottom in order for her to realize that she needed to change. Why do you feel your mom's drug journey has to be the same as yours? Like, she has to hit rock bottom in order for her to change. Your mama already rock bottom, honey. She on drugs. And she's stealing from her own child. So that's rock bottom. How much more rock bottom can you get? I think with Britney, I think instead of her trying to prove a lesson to her mom, I think she need to give that woman some help. Get you upset, but I think it was more of the anger of anything that Britney was screaming at her mama. You can love your parent and be there for her, because at the end of the day, it is her mother. I think that Britney just should have called somebody, put her mom in rehab. If I had to throw in rehab, she just gonna force her in there. She just would have had to go to rehab until she got the help that she needs. And it was just, I don't know, I just didn't feel genuine with her when she was crying. I just didn't feel it. I could be wrong, but she just didn't get no sympathy from me. I'm not judging this woman, but because sitting there looking at this woman and how she acting and her mama just kept making excuses about stuff. And I felt sorry for her mama, because I'm like, dang, this woman really need help, because she's really on drugs. She really high. Like, you stealing from your kids. Like, did you even ask your mama, did she eat today? Like, what is it that she doing? She told her mama, you taking pills and synthetic. You don't want if your mama taking synthetic drugs will really mess you up worse than regular drugs. Like, that'll have an effect on your body. And it's like, why not ask your mama, what type of drugs did you take? What is it that you took? Show it to me so we can get it tested and make sure it ain't having no other kind of effects on your body. Let's get you help, mama. Like, let's get help. Let's get help now. That's what I think Britney should have did, instead of screaming out and you have to get round by. Because sometimes at the end of the day, you got to put your feelings aside, because she need to put herself in her mom's shoes. Because if Britney said that later on in the show, Britney said, I think she used to be addicted to meth or something. And I don't think meth is like no easy drug to be addicted to. It's something different if you addicted to weed or whatever. I don't really feel like weed no drugs like that. I feel like drugs is like acid and meth and fentanyl, heroin. When they got names like that, like a crazy name that sound like it's something chemically, that's a drug to me. Like weed, okay, that sound like that's grass outside. Like, you know when people cut their grass and people like, I need to get my weed whacker. I got weeds out here making my flowers die. That's like earthly stuff. But when people say acid sound like something that dissolved. When I think of acid, I think of somebody put acid on somebody. That's chemical that's like burning them and killing them and making them disfigured. So if you take acid and you know it's disfiguring the inside of your body. When somebody taking fentanyl sound like something embalming fluid or something that you put in the windshield wiper of your car to clean your car. It just sound real chemically. I can't even spell fentanyl, because I don't know if it's F-E-N or P-H-E-N. Then you got meth. That don't even sound right. That sound like meth. Meth sound like a killer in itself. So it's like, why not try to figure out what drugs your mama on? Make sure that, like, what kind of effect that it has on this woman's body to get her the help. That's just what I think. I don't know. I just know watching Britney talk to her mom and her sister and they yelling at her, I was like, that woman, it's like y'all want to beat y'all mama up. Y'all want to fight y'all mama. But it's clear that she's sick. And last I heard, she gave birth to both of y'all. So, yeah, parents don't do all the things right that they should. A lot of people don't do things right that they should. And like I said, I don't know Britney's history with her mama and their relationship and what her mama did to her. But I felt bad seeing that woman like that. I felt bad because I'm like, this woman is sick. And she needs help. And to me, I know if I saw my mama like that, it would make me cry. And it'll make me mad to be like, who gave my mama this stuff that got her acting like that? Like, I'd be wanting to fight the person or find them or put them, just like, don't give my mama that stuff, because look what it's doing to her. Like, that would hurt me the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's just me. But anywho, let me go on and stop talking about Britney, because I can go on and on and on and on talking about Britney. And I'm saying the same thing over and over and over again. The next scene goes to Tony. Tony goes to Tommy's house. He invites him in. It's like a shed room or something that's in his backyard. And they go in and they begin to talk about Angela. And Tony tells Tommy that he wants Angela back. You know, he missed her. He wants to fight for her. And he needs Tommy's advice on, you know, what can he do to get Angela back? Because Tony feels that Tommy knows Angela more than anybody. And Tommy does know Angela more and better than anybody because they've been friends for so long. Tommy told Tony he needs to take responsibility because all the stuff that he's going through with Angela, he bought it on himself. I said, ooh, wait a minute. Not you finna give him a full reality check like this you in the mirror. Look, this is what you did to Angela moment. Tommy told Tony that he went through people and just throw him aside. He was like, why would I want to help you to get Angela back? He wants to see Angela happy, and leaving Tony was the best thing that ever happened to Angela. I was like, oh my goodness. So next thing you know, Tony gets up and throw the chair on the floor. Like the chair he was sitting in, he throw it on the floor and trying to get bucked with Tommy. Tommy stood up. Tommy said, sit down. I was sitting up here like, Tony, watch it, honey, because you forgot you on his territory. Pick the chair up and set his ass back down in the chair. And Tommy told Tony that he was at Angela's house earlier and she started telling him about another guy that she's talking to. And Tommy was telling Tony that Angela did an internet date with this guy and that she was talking to this man even before she met Tony. She was talking to this man the whole time that she was talking to Tony, saying that Angela, his wife, he wants to be with her. Angela told me, you're not her husband, y'all not married, she's not your wife. Tommy told Tony that he gotta go, like he gotta leave his house. You know what, I commend Tommy, bravo, kudos to Tommy. Because at the end of the day, Tommy is a true friend. And Tony come over there, one thing about Tommy, he won't fake with it. He was honest with Tony to his face, and at the end of the day, it's like, Tony, you know me and you do not get along. You know I do not like you. But one, you messing over the woman that I love. Like, Tommy wants to be in a relationship with Angela. It's more than a friendship to Tommy when it comes to Angela. Like, he loves this woman. He wants her to be his girl. You mistreating Angela, a good woman, and then you coming over here talking to me and ask me for advice. I'm not giving it to you. And I really commend Tommy on that. He was being a real man at that moment, and I like that. Another thing, too, when Tony tried to get Buck and knock the chair over, Tony knew that Tommy would whip his ass up in their house. And I like the fact that Tommy told Tony the real deal about Angela seeing that other dude, because that's what he very well should have. Like, you coming over here asking me for advice, begging. Let me tell you the real on what's really going on. She not moved on from you, buddy. So you really wasting your time and my time, too. The next scene goes to Sarah and Michael. They still outside arguing. Michael getting ready to go into the birthday facility. And Sarah calling him, bro, yo, bro, don't go up in there acting like that. It's a bunch of people that don't bring no mess to him. And Michael told Sarah, like, that's not my intention to bring no mess to my daughter's birthday party. Michael says in his one-on-one that Sarah is being hypocritical because she got dude at the baby birthday party. And I'm like, because Sarah told you that you can have your girl around your daughters because she would act the fool. That was on you. That was your decision of what you did. You can't blame that on Sarah. That's on you. How you gonna call her a hypocrite? Y'all stop with all that foolery y'all be doing. Then you'll know what dude and what man in Sarah's life. Malcolm said in his one-on-one that he was happy to see Michael showed up for the baby's birthday party and to see his kids, and he hoped that they can meet officially. You know, later on, if not that day, they can officially meet. Michael said in his one-on-one that he doesn't care about the guy Sarah's dating. He don't have nothing to do with the kids. He's semi-irrelevant, and he can play goofy if he want to. And I'm like, Michael, why are you talking about somebody playing goofy for y'all grown with children? I understand why people always want to resort to violence over some silly stuff. But anyway, so it shows Michael at the party, you know, playing with his girls and everything. So Sarah gonna ask Malcolm, did Michael speak to him? And he was like, you know, whenever he's ready, I'm here. And she was like, I don't want to talk about it no more. Well, why you bring it up? Sarah, you know that Michael did not say anything to Malcolm because I'm sure you were sitting there watching him the whole time like a hog. So next thing you know, Michael leaves. He goes outside because they was like, oh, he left, he's going. She was like, who left? Who's going? And it was like, Michael. She was like, what? So she goes outside, and next thing you know, Mike and Sarah start arguing all over again. I'm like, here they go. Next scene goes to Lacy and Shane. Meet with the doctor in the doctor's office, and she has some information for them. And Lacy was like, what's going on? Because you wouldn't tell us anything. So the doctor tells Lacy that she's still early on. She was like, you're 5 weeks and 5 days pregnant. And she told Lacy, she said, well, actually, that I'm going to give you the photos and you guys need to look at the photos. So when Lacy look at the picture, she like, oh my God, you know how she talk. And Shane looking like confused, like what's going on? And the doctor tell Lacy that she's pregnant with 3 babies. And she was basically telling Lacy, she said, remember when I told you, you know, we should do 1 embryo, but you wanted to do 2 embryos. And so there's 1 baby and then one of the embryos split and it's going to be identical twins. So Lacy is going to have 3, she's going to have triplets and 2 of them going to be identical twins. And it was just the way the doctor was saying it. She was like, remember when I told you? Like, basically, girl, this ain't my fault that you about to have 3 kids. Like, I told you to do 1. You wanted to do 2, and one of them split. So now you got 3. It was just the way she was saying, remember when I told you? Like, I guess trying to say, well, girl, I mean... That part was funny to me. And so Lacy and Shane was both saying that they one-on-one that having 6 kids is going to be hard because Lacy already got 3 children. I was like, well, y'all should have thought about that beforehand. I mean, you got to think about everything when it comes to having kids. It's just what you got to do. It's a lot to having children. Then the scene goes back to Sarah and Michael driving down the street, and Michael calls his father. And he starts talking to his father, explaining to his dad about what happened as far as the party. And his dad was talking to him. And he was just telling his dad about Malcolm and this and that. Michael told his dad he left the party. And Michael's dad told him, well, you know, you did good. I commend you on the way you handled everything. He said, because back in the day, you would have been zigga boom. You did a good job by just leaving the way you did. Michael was saying that he wants to see the girls. That's why he came down there. You know, who's around? He's just going to pop up. He's going to show up. And his daddy was like, do you think that's a good idea? Dad told him, I think you should call Sarah first and then talk to her. My whole thing is, Michael, it don't matter who was at the party. That was your baby's first birthday party. Sarah was playing this game trying to make you jealous. Sarah was trying to be funny because my thing is, okay, Malcolm, your boyfriend, but he didn't have to come to the baby birthday party. You already going through hell trying to get this guy to see his kids. So why would you invite your new boyfriend to the baby birthday party? Y'all could have did something because she should know that's going to be an uncomfortable situation anyway. Let Michael be on a consistent basis see his kids. Then you start bringing your boyfriend around. Don't have it where he don't hardly come see his children as it is. Then he comes to the birthday party. Then if it had been some mess, like what if they had to got to fighting? What if they had to got to arguing? Like then it would have been them 2 men fighting out there over at the baby birthday party. Other folks would have got involved because I'm sure Sarah's family would have got involved. And it just would have been a big old mess. And for one thing, too, is children there. And if I was Sarah's family member, I would have told her, you need to watch how you move because I ain't going to be bringing my kids to no birthday party and you got 2 men outside arguing and fighting and you fight. I ain't bringing my children around in negativity. No, because anything can happen. Like, people don't think about stuff like that. Like, you putting everybody in danger because a whole bunch of mess could have popped off at that birthday party if Michael hadn't went to his old ways like his daddy said how he normally acts. You need to grow up and stop acting like a child and thinking that shit cute that you doing, trying to parade your boyfriend around, you know, your baby daddy because you trying to start some mess and you trying to prove a point. Like, girl, like seriously, Sarah. Like, she knew better than that. You know, and when Michael daddy said that he used to let go zigzags, I was like, oh, so Michael shows out. Oh, he could have showed out at the party with other folks there, with other people's children. I don't know, y'all. I'm just the type of person. Like I told y'all before, if any of you guys have watched any of my other videos, I told you I'm a work in progress on a daily basis because I'm the type of person, like, I don't put nothing past nobody. Like, I have serious, extreme trust issues. I only trust a few people, and after that, I cut the deck. And when it comes to people with foolery, when it comes with kids and relationships and all that kind of stuff, I ain't got time for no pity party, no mess, and no silly stuff. Because that type of stuff, it just, It's like I can clearly see when people trying to be messy. Enough about me. The next scene goes back to Lamar and Andrea. Lamar's filling the pool up. Everybody's getting ready for the baptism. Andrea FaceTime her friends from Utah. And then Dulo comes. Marla and Andrea know that Dulo is here. And she was like, wait a minute. She telling her friends on FaceTime from Utah, like, how can an unwelcome guest think he welcome in my home after he tried to offer my son some weed? So the next scene goes back to Lacy and Shane. Lacy and Shane is at her dad's house. And they start talking because Lacy daddy got her kids. Lacy daddy always got her children. Like, I don't know. He a good granddaddy. That's all I'm going to say. But you know what? You can't put that on the children because the mamas drop them off all the time, you know. But it is what it is. But anyway, so Lacy calls the kids in there with her and her father and Shane, and they start talking. She was like, I have to tell you guys something. I'm pregnant. She told me that she pregnant. And the daddy looking like, what? The kid said, oh, that's a knowing. I said, girl, you got children that's in probably elementary school, older kids that can do for themselves. Now you finna have 3 of them. So Lacy gets up and she goes playing with the kids or whatever she doing. And Shane, he's still in there talking to her dad. Shane told Lacy's father, he was like, yeah, Lacy pregnant. It's not just 1. It's actually 3 babies in there. He said because one of the eggs split. The daddy said 3. He was like, yeah, we having triplets. He paused. He looked at him. He said, well, Jesus, what was y'all thinking? I said, that wasn't a true, honest mom from the pops. I was like, I know that's right, Daddy. He probably was like, what? That mean I got 3 more I got to help raise. That's probably what he was thinking. Shane was like, well, if I have to get 20 jobs, I will. Lacy daddy told him, he said, how about you get 1 first? I said, oh, okay. I like that. And Lacy daddy was saying that he's concerned. He said, because he know Lacy, she always makes a way to get money. And I was saying to myself, yeah, I'm sure your daughter do make a way to make money, because I'm sure if she had these 3 extra children, she gonna start complaining about Shane, and she gonna start messing with somebody else and get some money from him. I just feel that's just the type of person Lacy is. I'm sorry I feel like that, but this is what I think of her. It is what it is. That's the vibes that she give me. And he was saying that Shane might be Mr. Moms. I was like, well, Shane got to get it together. I'm sure Shane will figure it out, because like I said, y'all know Shane, that's my boy. I like Shane. I think Shane is a cutie pie, and not just here because he a cutie pie. I just like Shane. He seemed genuine, good dude. And, you know, as we can see, Shane said he had a rough life. And Shane trying to do right. Like, you can tell he's caring. He cares for Lacy kids. And just, I don't know. I just get a good vibe from Shane. I just don't get no foolishness from him. At the same time, what I do like about Lacy, let it be known how he feel about that. And I feel with Lacy daddy, like I had said, anybody that mess over Lacy, I feel like Lacy daddy put a hole in their ass, because you can tell Lacy daddy don't play. He said what's on his mind, and I feel like Shane gonna step up to the plate and get him a job and do what he need to do for his family. Next thing you know, the scene goes to Tony. Tony in the truck driving. The whole time he driving to Angela's house, he fussing. How Angela gonna have a boyfriend? This and this, all. I'm like, Tony, please. Tony goes knocking on the door, and Angela, like, what the hell you doing here? And he go up in there, and they start fussing, and he's telling Angela about what Tommy told him. And Angela told Tony she ain't up for his bullshit today. She told him you had your chance and you blew it. He told Angela that she was a hypocrite and she was trifling. Angela told Tony, I'm not a hypocrite and I'm not trifling either. Tony going on and on about Angela cheating on him. And Angela asked Tony, she said, you can break your commitment to me, but I can't break mine to you. And she was like, we ain't even married. And he started asking about the guy. He was like, do you love him? And she was like, yes, I do love him. And Angela said in her one-on-one, she said, life is too short to be wasting the time on Tony with his stupid ass. She was like, all Tony do is cheat on her. And she said she burnt out, she tired, she bored, and she just tired of Tony. And she told Tony to get out her face. I was like, bravo. The next scene goes to Andrea. Andrea talks to Dulo about him asking her son, does he want some weed? And he was telling her, he was like, Andrea, you're making such a big deal out of this. He said, I was just doing it. I was just joking. I wasn't serious. I was just doing it just to see where his head was at. And he was like, Tennyson is a straight up dude. You know, he's a straight up young man. He wasn't going to take it anyway. And he apologized to Andrea. And she was like, she accepted his apology. But she was in her one-on-one. Andrea was saying that Dulo was high anyway, so she wasn't really even paying him any attention. And she was saying that she don't trust Lamar's family and she don't want Lamar's family around her kids. Y'all, I'm going to just say Andrea's a special woman. That's all I can say. She is special, and bless Lamar for putting up with Andrea. That's all I'm going to say. Like, bless Lamar for putting up with her, because Lamar's like, he an all right dude. And Andrea got some good kids, but Andrea, she in a category, in a world of her own, and that's all I'm saying. So Lamar's upstairs, and Tennyson goes upstairs and talks to Lamar and asks him, is he ready? And he asks him, was he coming to the baptism? And Tennyson explained to Lamar, like, you know, when I got baptized, my dad wasn't there. And he was telling him, like, but I was used to it, you know, my father not being there. And he was like, you're in Priscilla's life. And I feel that you should come to the baptism, because if you don't, it's going to be all muddy. And Lamar, you can tell that the heart-to-heart that Lamar and Tennyson had. Tennyson gave Lamar some good advice. And Lamar was listening. You can tell that they got that type of relationship that they can really talk to each other. And Tennyson can explain to Lamar how he feel. And it makes sense. And it kind of can make Lamar see things in a different way versus his mama talking to Lamar. And that's a shame that Tennyson got more sense and more maturity than his own mama do. And I like Tennyson and Lamar's relationship. I just do. I like that they can talk to each other, and I like their bond that they have. Tony called Angela, and she denied the call. He called her again. She denied it again. Next thing you know, her phone rings, and it's a collect call from Ross. Ross back in jail, y'all. So Angela was like, what in the world? You back in jail? He was like, yeah. He said, let me tell you what happened. He claiming that the police stopped him, like somebody that they was looking for, and the police jumped on him and beat him up. Angela told Ross, she was like, you really breaking my heart. Like, I don't know if I could do another prison thing. And he was telling Angela, like, just stick with me, baby. You know, just stick with me. And I'm like, here we go. That's probably what's going to lure Angela back to Tony. I'm like, Ross, how you go back to jail? Like, what is it about men that get out of jail and keep going back? It make you think, do you really want to stay in there? Like, why you out? Why you keep going back to jail? Like, that's questionable to me. I was like, poor Angela, girl, if you don't call Tommy and tell him to come over there and y'all go out for a drink and a bite to eat and call it a day and date that man, then you got to worry about nobody going back and forth to prison and all that kind of foolishness. You will be happy. Like, I don't understand that. And y'all know each other. And the scene goes to Priscilla. It shows Priscilla getting baptized and everybody seems happy. And I thought that was really cute. It was really nice. So, you know, congratulations to Priscilla on that. And hopefully their family unit will become closer and things will work out for them. And Andrea will learn to respect her husband and let him make some decisions sometimes. And the scene goes back to Michael and Sarah. Malcolm and Sarah in the living room talking. Malcolm asked Sarah, he was like, what was going on with you when you went outside? Like, you were so emotional. Like, what was that all about? And she was like, well, you know, I mean, it's just with their relationship with Michael and stuff. And then she gonna stay on her one-on-one, like anybody that deal with her, like that's her baby, that's her family. So, you know, everybody can't deal with that. He was saying, I want you to tell me that you're over Michael and that you love me. And Sarah was like, I am over Michael and I do love you and I fall in love with you more and more each day. Y'all, I was sitting there like, Malcolm, if you believe that, baby, you gullible. He was saying, like, he understand, like, certain things, but he got kids. Malcolm, it's too cute to be even dealing with Sarah in the first place. You do not have to be dealing with that drama. Like, you need to run, baby. Run, run, run. Leave her alone and leave her with that mess. You sat up there and lied to his face. You're not over Michael. Like, anybody can see that. Next thing you know, Michael calls Sarah and tell her he coming to see his girls. That's what he come down there for. And she was like, well, you can't come see them tonight. You can't come over here tonight. He was like, I'm coming to see my girls. She was like, well, you can't come see them tonight because Malcolm's still here. You can tell Michael got mad. My thing is, why can't Michael come see his girls tonight? Why can't you just be like, okay, tell me what time you're going to be here. Let me pack their things together. They can go with you and stay with you at the hotel. Like, why he can't see his kids? Like, why is it that you want him... Did you tell him that he can't come see his kids because Malcolm there? Because I guess he visiting because I don't think he live in the same area that Sarah does. So I think when he does come visit, he spends the night with her or something. So is it that he can't come see them because you got this other man spending the night and Malcolm wasn't there, then Michael can come over there and see the girls and he can spend the night. And I'm sure if he did that, y'all would sleep together. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a... Michael and Sarah give me a headache. I'm just going to say that. They got some beautiful children. But they got some silly parents. Like, y'all in this tug of war or back and forth are just some sick stuff. Like, it's silly. It's ridiculous and it's childish. And both of them, it's like she using the kids. You know, she using the kids. Like, I just feel like Sarah feel like if she get pregnant and all this kind of stuff, that's how she gonna keep a man and all that stuff. It's just sick to me and it's just silly. All you had to do was be like, okay, let me pack the girl clothes now and pack the children clothes. And then when Michael come, all you got to do is bring the bag and open the door. Here they go, Michael. What time you bringing her back home? That's why I say, and I will continue to say, and I will continue to believe that it is some foolishness between Sarah and Michael. And Malcolm need to leave Sarah alone because she still will continue to sleep with her baby father. That's what pissed me off too when it's a good dude, nice, handsome young dude. And you messing with a girl who's still sleeping and messing with her baby father. She can't leave him alone and be in a bunch of drama when it's plenty of good single women who they might have children with somebody, but you ain't gonna go through no drama with them. Or they might not have children with anybody and you won't go through no drama with them, but you sitting up here dating this girl who just a bunch of mess. And that make me mad too, because it's like this good man that can be with a good woman is over here with Sarah, wasting his precious time, his love, his caring, his commitment, his loyalty to a woman who don't even deserve it. Sarah don't deserve it because she's still in love with Michael and they still got this mess going on. Like, girl, do that mess you got going on, Michael, but be single. Don't be in a relationship with nobody. Y'all, let me stop talking about these folks, because then they got me upset and got started getting my blood to simmer. But anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this chat session. Comment down below if you watch Life After Lockup and if you watch this episode. Also comment down below if it's a show that you guys would like for me to watch and we can chat about. Guys, if you watch my video and if you are not subscribed to my channel, go on ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can receive alerts for each and every time I upload. Not only do I do reviews on movies or shows, I do other things on my channel. I do vlogs, cooking, eating. I just do everything because my channel is Dion's Life and it's about my life. So if this is your first time watching my videos, welcome and thank you. I really appreciate you guys' support. Alright guys, so I'm going to end this chat session. I wish everyone out there a peace of mind, because what? A peace of mind is one of the greatest things in the world. Always remember you guys are great. And always take care, stay safe, and be blessed. Bye guys.